Hi, this is Melissa, your free range psychic. Today is June 18th, 2023. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Also, happy Juneteenth, which is on Monday, to those who celebrate. Today I'm going to do a tarot on the LIV Golf Tournament. Its merger with the Professional Golfers Association of America. And it's just been sticking in my mind. There's so many images there, like of the Bedminster and the Saudis at Bedminster, and the focus on Ivana's grave, or lack of focus, but they're on the Bedminster golf course, and what the heck was going on there? All your usual suspects were there, including Marjorie Taylor Greene, Trump's sons. There's a bunch of his followers there, and the Saudis look so happy. And then we get the indictment for Trump and all of the potential for not only what was at Mar-a-Lago, which is what the indictment's for, but people talking about maybe another one coming for Bedminster, and what it has the DOJ found there, if they have started looking, or if there's charges coming up, like what's going on, why were the Saudis there besides the merger? Just questions floating through my mind, and Trump's so happy about it. So what is that really all about? So I'm using the CIro Marchetti Gilded Tarot for the reading. I ask my guides to show me these cards, and then they pick them out for me, and then I ask them why. And then we have a reading of an oracle card for those who choose to stick around, from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle Deck by Rassouli. And then there is the usual musical interlude. I shouldn't say the usual because it's different every time. It's not the same one every time. It's always different. Okay. The subject card for this reading is the Devil, which shouldn't surprise anybody. I mean, look at the characters involved, the cast of characters. There's Trump, then there's also MSB, and there is the governor, the new governor of the PGA, who his name is Yasser Al-Rahmanian, I think. I can double check on that, but I do believe that. Never mind. I think his name is Rahmanian, but he is the guy in the pictures that you see chumming up with Trump. And if I got his name wrong, I am sorry. I'll probably put the correct spelling in whatever in text underneath. Okay, so we can make sure we have the correct name. So I asked for a clarifying card to the Devil, and they gave me the Knight of Swords. So why, I asked my guides about why did you give me the Knight of Swords, and they said because this purchase was a hostile takeover, and it is a strike against the United States. It's an effort to take away an institution, a beloved sport from America, and take it over. It's no longer really belonging to America. It belongs to the Saudis now. So it's an aggressive act against our country. That's what the guides say. Above, this is the deal itself, going down the Three of Pentacles. And it took a long time. That it wasn't that the PGA wanted this deal at all. They fought very, very hard against it. But there were lawsuits going back and forth, antitrust lawsuits on both sides. And then I don't know all else what was going on, but eventually that came to an end. All of these lawsuits were dissolved, and this merger happened. In the past, this is what's going on in the past. This is the Six of Pentacles, like leading up to this moment, and this is a bunch of money changing hands. This is transactional. So why is Trump so happy about it? He got lots and lots, probably millions of dollars. It strikes me when you think about the $2 billion that Jared got, also from the Saudis. I'm not talking about him in relation to the PGA, but they've got a lot of money to bribe people with. They probably bribed everybody, and also increased the rewards. Make the players go for it. They can make so much money, so much more money when the Saudis own the PGA. So there's a lot of this going on behind the scenes. A lot of bribery. And also, let's not forget about money laundering. This is a great, behind the scenes way to launder money through this merger. Underneath, however, the Five of Wands, so the guides say, even though the agreement took place, people are still not happy about it. A lot of the managers and people who have stake in the PGA, the American side, are not happy at all about this. They really literally were forced to do this, and they have to kind of eat crow, so to speak, because they were so verbal about not wanting it. And this is the Saudis coming in trying to flex their muscles. And you know how when any new company buys another company through an aggressive takeover, then there is going to be change. They want to change. They want to imprint their dominance over it, and the way they do that is by shaking things up and changing the rules, changing the structure, just to do it. Even if the old way is working, they always come in and do that, and then sometimes it'll just end up in chaos because it's not even necessary. And they make it's like recreating the wheel or something. They always think they're going to make a better wheel, but it never works out that way. I've never seen it work out that way. And also, not just between the Saudis and the Americans, but there are protests going on too. The survivors, I shouldn't say the survivors, really, the people who lost loved ones in 9/11, and the survivors too, of course, because there are many survivors who are dealing with the physical and emotional and psychological fallout of what happened. Many people died because of the in the strike itself, but then of lung cancer and things like that. So there's a vehement, very vocal group or groups of people who are still protesting against this takeover. I think Families for 9/11 is one, but there's not just one. This is something that there are a lot of people who are finding it really offensive that this is taking place. In the future, the guides show me the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is, as the Saudis have more, well, they, not have control, because they have control, but they start to really flex their muscles and show their control. They are using these tournaments for nefarious purposes, allegedly, anyway, that's what my guides say, against the United States. So it allows them, it's like a Trojan horse, that's what it is, that allows them to come in, and then it's a breach. It's even a breach of our security. Because there's a lot of things going on, behind the scenes. There's their war on Qatar and Yemen and things like that, and they'll use some of the money that raised to actually fund their war machine. So this is what's coming up. This is going to be found out, probably, which is why it's so prominent in the future for us too. I mean, this is, they said, my guides say this is what's going to happen. And then the clarifying card, interestingly enough, is the King of Swords. And this is the Saudis, and they're detached from our country, and they're looking down on us, and they're, well, look at, what they did, MSB did to Khashoggi. They're diabolical. And this is their essence. This is who they are, and let's not forget it. I guess that's what the guys are saying. They may be, smiling and jovial and whatever with the American PGA governors, etc. But no, this is an act of war, or an aggressive act. I don't want to say an act of war, but an aggressive act, because in some way the Saudis are always at war with the United States. It doesn't stop, just like Russia, South Korea, and in some ways China too, of course, And they're very, I'm not saying this about all the Saudi people, but the Saudi government, the one that's in right now, they're very arrogant, and they really feel that they're above everybody, that their culture is so much more refined, and they're so much more intelligent and cultured, etc. And they really have a lot of disdain for Americans. And that will filter through in their attitude towards the players themselves. And everybody's just for sale. It's like they bought a bunch of slaves or something. And that's the vibe I get from this card. So the future, the outcome is the Tower. The guides say that it's all going to blow up, literally blow up in front of us, and it's going to fall apart. It doesn't have a longevity here, and that's because it's founded on a cracked foundation. It's not a solid foundation, and so this may be the DOJ, or the American government, and other governments too, maybe questioning the merger, talking about antitrust. This may be the potentially nefarious purposes of this merger revealed, but there's something here that, or maybe it's weak within itself, because there's so much contention between the people within this merger that it just does not stand. And we're going to see it kind of like Musk's last space launch, right? Just and this is what the guides show me. I'm not sure about the timing, but this is a disastrous enterprise. I think that's what they're trying to say with the Tower card. And whilst I was thinking about all of this, a question came into my mind, which I've asked my guides about before. I've had this question before, but the $2 billion. So my question is, what do you get for $2 billion? Like, what does that buy you? What did that buy the Saudis? What did they get for that? And so I asked my guides, and this is just alleged from my guides. They said it was our military secrets and the names of the agents, our agents that were undercover. And some of it, I believe, came from those documents, the classified documents. And then I asked, well, when they were at Bedminster, were they showing any documents? And the guide said, oh yeah, absolutely. They were looking at our classified secrets there, and they were gloating. So easy, so funny. Here Trump just opens the door for them and really help facilitate this, and here they come, right? And we're seeing them right in front of our eyes, the Trojan horse breach the walls. It makes me feel sick, to tell you the truth, this whole thing. There is no good intent. I don't care how much money the players make. There's no good intent with this merger between the Saudis and the PGA. None at all. And it's just part of their war on our country, wanting to breach our intelligence, wanting to show the world also, that they're dominant over us. There's so many nefarious purposes. I know I keep on saying that word. I could say egregious too, but whatever. There's a lot of stuff that has gone on behind the scenes, and potentially this is a government that approved the murder of one of our journalists and dismembered his body, and I can't recall if we know where he's buried or not, but if they do that, think about what they're capable of. And if you're not big enough to declare war on a country through bombs and tanks and guns, then you do it other ways. And this is one of the ways they're doing it to us. So, okay, so that is the reading on LIV. I really appreciate your comments. What do you think about this? Do you think the guides, what I heard from my guides, or I heard correctly, or do you have any other views on it, or any more information about it? I would like to know. So put your comments in the comment box below, or in the comment section, I should say. My information, as I am available for personal readings, anything in the past lives, anything in the present. I'm a medium, and I love to introduce you to your guardian angels. Really, you can ask me about anything. I'll ask the guides, and I'll tell you what they say. So you can contact me through the information that is below in the description box, or at the end of the musical interlude. I always include a card or a picture with my information over it. And I really appreciate you guys. Love your comments. Please, I don't say this that often, but please like, subscribe, and share. Sometimes I get lost in the algorithm, and people don't get alerted to my show. I think I mentioned that in another video. But I would love to be able to continue to grow. So I appreciate any help you can give me on that. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. But you guys, there's always a lively conversation going on. You're just brilliant. Thank you so much. So we're going to go on to the oracle card. And the one that my guides chose is this one. It's life's purpose. It says, seek your own deeper vision for life. Life's purpose. And they always include a little Sufi prayer, or poem, I should say. For 30 years, I was searching for God. And when my eyes were finally opened, I discovered that it was God who was seeking me. And this poet is Bastami. Looking for the truth, for God, or for the beloved is the fundamental theme of Sufi devotions. Many of their mystical discourses and writings are centered on the theme of searching for the ultimate truth. Bastami is proclaiming here that what we seek is already there, waiting to connect with us. And I always tell people that when I'm reading on their guardian angels are just standing right behind them, just waiting to connect with them. Inevitably, even if you guys don't feel your guardian angels, they're there. And the divine is there too, obviously. Our true purpose in life is already set in our DNA. We have to find our way into it. We do this by taking steps towards our goals and by trying new things. The more we act on this, the more we find clarity. This oracle is encouraging you to see yourself moving from darkness towards the light. Affirm that you have the power to create and to heal the limitations within you. Love sets you free to be aware of a personal universe within you. You are guided to learn to access this deeper clarity by trusting and opening to it. Through faith, the boundaries of the earth and its atmosphere seem to open to allow you to touch and experience a new reality. Dear one, know that when your life is working as it's meant to be, your entire existence flows quite easily. Take charge of your life. Keep reminding yourself that you can do this. Develop interests that renew your energy, even if you realize you may have to change your course. As you discover your true purpose in life, you naturally become more loving and helpful to other people. When this happens, your relationships will also improve. The mantra here is, as you ponder your life purpose, keep asking these questions of yourself. What is it I love to do? Why am I here? What is my life's purpose? The answers may not come on the first day or even in the first week, but they will eventually come to you when you seek to respond sincerely from your heart. Life's purpose. That's a beautiful card. Okay, you guys. I love you. You take care. I will be back next week. It's going to be an interesting week, too. All this stuff with the indictment, and then the craziness with Trump, and then, you know, the questions about canon, and all kinds of things are going to unfold pretty quickly, I think, this week. So we'll talk about it next week, right? Okay, bye-bye. Take care.